What's up, guys? Rare Spark here, and welcome to another episode of WWE Supercard Tuesday. So let's go ahead and jump into this episode. I want to talk about a couple things that have been going on the last week or so. So first things first, I was unable to grind for this. Basically what happened was, I was all set on it. I was going to say, you know what, this is going to be my first PCC where I go for the event card because Bree would be a great card and all this stuff, and I was all set for it. I was all hyped for it. I was ready to grind. First night, that was the 220 points. I got that in the first hour or two before I had to go to bed. Got that. Was in the top maybe 5,000 or something like that, or maybe even lower. And then, unfortunately, got called into work the next 2 days, and you know what I mean. And it killed my momentum because I was all excited for it, and then I was immediately behind by 2 whole days, and it's it kind of in the past, maybe back in the day, I would have been able to grind at work. But like I've told you guys in the past few weeks and stuff, we got a new boss at work, and I kind of got to be on my on my job. You know what I mean? I got to be constantly focusing on it because I want to look good for the new boss and everything like that. So I wasn't able to grind on some of the free time and stuff like that at work. I had to just keep working and everything like that. So unfortunately, I ended up missing out on the event diva. I only got 220 points because after missing those 2 days of work, or not missing the 2 days of worth of grinding because I had to work Thursday and Friday, and obviously you can't at the same time when you have to work, you also can't stay up late. You know what I mean, to grind. So it's not like I could have came home that day and then just started grinding, because I would have got maybe 2 or 3 hours in worth of grinding, and then that would have been it. So I couldn't stay up, so that also didn't help. So the fact that I had back-to-back work days, Thursday and Friday, got called in, I just was not able to grind. And then Saturday came around, and I was just so far behind. I was like, it's not even worth doing, because I didn't want to put in effort Saturday and Sunday and then still not get the card. You know what I mean? So ended up just not going for it. But we did get a nice team event. Shout out to my boy Nakamura. His name in the game is let me go here. Go to view members real quick. Revelin. I have trouble saying this. Revelian. I don't know how to read his name. It's there's too many E's in there or something. But anyways, shout out to him. This is my boy right here, Nakamura. I call him because in the WWE chat they were a part of, that's his name on there. But yeah, shout out to him and the DX Army because we were able to get Shawn Michaels. Did a great job. We got the event card. As you know, probably Ring Domination Team Ring Domination is very, very easy. So we've got the Brie Bella, I'm assuming, Road to Glory coming up, and I'm excited to see what they do with this one. Hopefully they maybe put some divas in there and the legendary cards and stuff like that. That would be really cool of Supercard to do, is to help out people that may not have a strong diva or something like that. But we'll have to see where they go with it. And that's just about it. So in today's episode, while we play some exhibition, I suppose, since we don't have any events to play, we're going to be talking about Raw from last night, which was a great episode in my opinion. I think it was a top-notch episode. And we're almost to our ladder rewards. So let's see here. Let's see how far away we are. So we've got 5,934 games played. We've got around 600 more to go. And then we will be getting a Survivor Diva. So that's very nice. Should help us out tremendously. And then we can go on from there and try and grind our way up to 9,000 games to get another Survivor Superstar. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep grinding. So we're going to play this exhibition match while we talk about Raw. So last night, Raw was on. It was in Pittsburgh. Starts off with the New Day, cuts a promo talking about their new merch, the Booty-O's box of cereal with the t-shirt in the middle, or in the box. Very cool. And then the League of Nations come out. They defeat the New Day defeat Alberto Del Rio and Rusev from the League of Nations to retain their championship. But after the match, the New Day officially turned face. So yes, we can finally fully cheer the New Day. Not that I wasn't cheering them already, but now everyone will be cheering the New Day because they got beat down by the League of Nations, completing their face turn. They're trying to obviously get sympathy, so that's why the WWE had the League of Nations do a brutal beatdown to all 3 members of the New Day. I have no issue with this. It's just the way they're going to do the face turn for the New Day, try and get sympathy by people that may not even have liked them beforehand, and that's just the way of doing things. So I liked it, and I'm excited to see where they go with this. Hopefully the New Day doesn't revert back to their old selves when they were faces originally, and hopefully we get some cool moments from face New Day, because I think they still have the potential to be tremendously hilarious. But let's go ahead and train away these cards, work on our Survivor Shawn Michaels right here. Very excited to have him on the team because he is one of the best Survivor cards, so if I'm able to get a pro from him, that would be obviously very helpful and tremendous for me. Let's go ahead and train these away. Grab all these tables, see you later. And just like that, we're up to level 7 already. I'm going to change this picture of Shawn Michaels to the epic version. And there we go. So let's go ahead and get back into exhibition. So after that, we had Dean Ambrose come out, cuts a promo about nearly winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship from Triple H. And then he moved on to WrestleMania 32. Brock Lesnar comes out. They kind of have a tussle. And Ambrose was actually hiding a crowbar underneath his shirt. So when Brock approached him, he pulled out the crowbar. Brock had to back away, obviously. And that was a pretty cool segment. I liked the promo they cut. And it definitely gets me hyped for Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32. Then we had a boring match between Sin Cara and Ryback. I really don't know why they were pushing Ryback again. I wish they would just give up on him. You know, he's fine as a mid-card guy and just leave him as that. Stop trying to make him more than that or whatever. I mean, obviously he's going to be in the mid-card right now, but they're trying to make him like this beast, you know what I mean? And obviously I think they're going to have Ryback beat Kalisto, unfortunately, at WrestleMania 32 for the U.S. Championship. After that, Ryback challenged Kalisto for the title at Mania. Kalisto didn't give an answer right away. Then Stephanie McMahon comes out with Triple H. They cut a long promo about how the WWE Universe, you know what I mean, how they, why they like certain people. And this was hilarious because Triple H kept repeating how that's why you like Roman Reigns, and like the crowd just booed like the entire time. It was great. Every time he mentioned Roman Reigns' name, it was just booed out of the building. So sure enough, of all people, Dolph Ziggler interrupts them, cuts the segment, cuts a promo how he's always been overlooked and all this stuff, and it was a great promo. Not as good as his promo that he had after Raw last week. If you haven't seen it yet, check out I think it's Raw Fallout or something it's called, and just search Dolph Ziggler promo or something, and it should come up. It's a great promo, but he kind of tries to cut that promo again. It was still good, but not as great. Obviously, it's a little different situation, and he says that if Dolph wants a match at WrestleMania, he has to beat Triple H tonight on Raw. So that sets up a match, Dolph Ziggler versus Triple H, which was great. I like that they have Triple H on Raw having a match. I'm sure Triple H wanted to wrestle Dolph or something like that, and he kind of wanted a warm-up match for WrestleMania, get him to see if he's still in shape for the matches and all that good stuff, and try and get in better shape and stamina, and they set up a match later on that night. Then the WWE Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens is on commentary for a match, Sami Zayn versus The Miz. After Owens abandoned The Miz on SmackDown, it was clear that all three men took issue with each other. So, obviously, Sami Zayn ends up winning the match by distraction by Kevin Owens, ironically enough. So, I don't know what they're setting up there. I think it's just, just play, I think they're just showing the tension between The Miz, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens, because I think they're going to be setting up another big match for the Intercontinental title where there's 6 guys involved probably. So we'll have to see where that goes. But for now, Sami Zayn gets the victory over The Miz via distraction by Kevin Owens. Then we have a, let's see, looking through here. Then we have a match, Team Bad versus Naomi and Tamina. I mean, Team Bad versus. Team Bad defeats Team Bella, Brie Bella and Alicia Fox with a little help ringside, courtesy of Lana. Again, Lana distracting Brie Bella again, causing them to lose. Post-match, Alicia approached Lana, but then Team Bad attacked them from behind. So I think because after this segment, they have a segment where Paige and Lana are going at it. I think, now I could be wrong here, but I'm just thinking that they are probably going to be setting up a Team Bella versus Team Bella and Paige versus Team Bad and Lana. I think that what they could be setting up for. WWE likes to do a big Divas match because they want to get all the Divas in one match at WrestleMania. So I would not be surprised if they set up this match. Unfortunately, I wanted to see a Lana singles match at WrestleMania just to see what she could do. But who knows? Maybe she's not fully ready for a singles match yet, so that's why they're doing a tag team match. And obviously, they are setting her up for singles competition, or at least wrestling competition, which would be definitely a first for Lana, at least in the WWE. After that, let's see. Divas champion Charlotte, along with Ric Flair, interviewed by Renee Young, talks about her match against Sasha Banks and Becky. And this week on SmackDown, there will be a face-to-face encounter between all three of them. Then after that, the Usos defeat the Social Outcasts with the Dudley Boys watching from ringside. After that, this segment was awesome. After that segment, we had a segment where Mick Foley came out and gave an early Christmas present to Dean Ambrose for the match at WrestleMania 32. He gave him none other than Barbie, aka the baseball bat covered in barbed wire. And I think this was great. It fits Dean's character so much. And I personally think Dean should just continue to use it. Not use it in matches, but like maybe come out with it in the ring and all that stuff, like in his entrances and stuff, because I think it just suits him very, very well. It looks great with him in his leather jacket and all that stuff. And I would be very happy to see him come out with that more. But I love that. It was a passing of the torch between Mick Foley and Dean Ambrose. Obviously, Dean Ambrose admires Mick Foley very, very much. And they were actually, the funny thing is, Dean Ambrose's debut was supposed to be him versus Mick Foley, but Mick Foley couldn't pass physicals back in the day when they were actually setting that up. But yeah, so that was a very cool moment. And hopefully, like I said, Dean Ambrose continues to use the Barbie, because I think it would work well for his character, and I think it suits him. Then, the best match of the night, Dolph Ziggler versus Triple H. Unfortunately, I can't really talk about this match too much, other than that to say that it was a great match, but unfortunately, Dolph gets the loss here, which sucks, because I'm not sure if this, maybe it's just a work, and maybe they're just trying to work us, but if it's true, Dolph Ziggler will not be having a match at WrestleMania 32, and that just sucks, because I feel like if anyone deserves a match at WrestleMania 2, Dolph is definitely one of those people. And unfortunately, I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if it's a work or what, but as of now, because Dolph lost, the stipulation of the match was that if he lost, he would not get a WrestleMania match. So we'll have to see. But after the match, Roman comes down, beats out Triple H. Basically the same thing that happened. They tried to recreate what happened at I want to say Royal Rumble. No, the night after Royal Rumble. I can't remember now. My whole timeline is skewed. But the beatdown that he did a few weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago, they tried to recreate that. Didn't work this time. The crowd booed the entire time, which I'm happy to see. Unfortunately. It's not that I dislike Roman. I dislike the character right now, and I didn't want to see the crowd be blinded and fall for that again. You know what I mean? Obviously, they're just trying to recreate the moment that they already did, and I just think they're still going to be stuck with Roman Reigns trying to be face, and it's just not going to work. So I'm glad that they didn't fall for it. I'm glad they continued to boo, despite it being a pretty badass moment for Roman. I got to admit, he looked great in the moment, but at the same time, you can't just let WWE pull the wool over your eyes and fall for that segment when the next week, even if they did fall for that segment, the next week Roman Reigns is going to come out and cut this silly babyface promo that just sounds ridiculous and talks about tater tots and all this stuff. So not what I wanted to see. After that, it was announced that Jacqueline will be going into the Hall of Fame. Very excited to see that. She was a great competitor in the WWE back in the day. So happy to see her get the recognition she deserves. She didn't have to fight too many of the great wrestlers, you know what I mean? Like back when she was wrestling, she didn't have too many great workers in the Divas division. She had Sable, which is one of the worst workers of all time. So good to see her getting recognized for her talent despite not having the talent around her to have just, great matches. After that, Chris Jericho cuts a promo on AJ Styles before his match against Neville. Neville defeats Chris Jericho by disqualification after Chris Jericho shoved the official. Unfortunately, Neville actually got injured on this match. Neville did like one of his slide under moves and twisted his ankle and broke it. So this was confirmed, I believe, today. I looked it up. They said his ankle is broken, unfortunately, and that just sucks because we have so many injuries in the WWE already, and now one of the best workers is injured again. So Neville going down, unfortunately. Hopefully this doesn't impact him tremendously in his whole career, but obviously he's going to end up missing WrestleMania 32, which really sucks, and I definitely feel for Neville. After that, AJ Styles comes out after the match and hits him with the new move. Well, it's not a new move. They finally give it a name. His new finisher, because obviously I don't think WWE wants him using the Styles Clash, unfortunately, is going to be the Phenomenal Forearm, which I like the name, but I also liked one of the suggested names that they had when he tweeted it out, which was the Styles Smash, which kind of goes along with the Styles Clash theme. But unfortunately, they decided to go with the Phenomenal Forearm, which, it's not a bad name, don't get me wrong. I just think there was better names out there that they could have used. But yeah, then the final segment of the night. Undertaker, Shane McMahon, and Vince McMahon. They all come out. They all talk about it. Shane kind of provokes the dead man by saying that he is Vince's bitch. And that's what starts the all-out brawl. Shane and him go all out at each other. Shane gets hit with the choke slam. He's down. But then, I like what they did here. Then, Undertaker goes to choke slam Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon rolls out of the ring. And I like this because it shows that the Undertaker is not Vince's bitch. It shows that the Undertaker is not under Vince's control, and he's kind of just a mercenary, kind of just doing the match for Vince because that's what's booked of him. So, I like that. It kind of shows that the Undertaker is not completely on Vince's side. Whether they are setting up like a swerve or anything like that remains to be seen, but we'll have to see come WrestleMania 32. Maybe Undertaker just looks at Shane and lays on his back, you know what I mean, and lets Shane get the victory because he doesn't want Vince to control WWE anymore. Who knows? But very interesting. I like the Raw. It was a good episode. And if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check it out because, like I said, there are some quality matches out there, quality promos, and overall good moments aside from maybe the Ryback-Sin Cara match, which was not so great. But other than that, great matches, and I definitely think it's worth checking out. But anyways, right after this match, I'm going to end this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the Raw recap and talking about what's been going on with my Supercard and why I do not, unfortunately, have an event card Brie Bella. We'll have to see in tomorrow's episode what the Road to Glory event card or reward cards will be. But just like that, we hit the card limit, so perfect timing. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. Rare Spark out.